Hello, welcome to IMSTA FESTA. I'm Illinois here with FL Studio. I'm here to show you how to navigate and how to create using FL Studio. Now, if you're a beginner to this, you're in the right place to be. If you've been using FL Studio, that's cool. Stick around, you may learn a thing or two. Some of the things I'm going to be showing you today is how to make a beat, how to sample, and how to navigate. So I'm going to show you guys some of the cool VSTs, some of the effects FL Studio has, and show you guys all the windows here. That way when we're making a beat and you following along with me, you know what I'm doing. So we're going to start off right here. To the left, this is your menu panel. Your menu panel is where you will file, you will save, import, export your sessions, right? That's very important because you always want to save. Then we have your options. Your options window is where you're going to configure your MIDI, your audio, and anything like that out, right? So if you have an interface and you want to find it, you just find it, click it, and you get to go. Right here, this is your master volume. Your master volume you can leave alone for right now. This is your master pitch. You could do some cool automation effects with that. I'll show you what I mean by that. This is your pattern mode and your song mode. I'll explain what that is. And this is your play, of course, stop, record, right? Right here is your tempo operations. You could pick, if you're making a beat and you know what tempo you want to be at, then you could pick any of the preset tempos they have, or you could type in the value. So that's cool too. Right here, there's an important one. If you don't have a MIDI keyboard or anything like that, all you got to do is press that, enable that, and that'll turn your PC keyboard into an actual piano keyboard, and you can go create, which is what we're here for, right? Cool. Right here, this is your playlist. This is where you're gonna arrange your beat at. You're gonna arrange your music here from intro to hook to verse to bridge, all that. All this will get arranged right here, which is important. And then we have your piano roll. Your piano roll is where you're gonna be making your chords at and making your melodies. So for an example, nothing fancy, something quick, but let's say it was, let's say that's it. That's where you're gonna do all this, right? So that's your piano roll. And then we have your channel rack. Your channel rack is where you're gonna drag from your browser. You're gonna drag your sound. So if we go down here to packs, these are the FL Studio stock sounds. If you want anything here, let's say you want this, all you got to do is drag and drop, or you can right click and open in a new channel, and that'll put it there for you. So that comes in handy. Again, you just drag, drop, and you ready to go do some work. Now the other thing we have here is your mixer. Your mixer is where all your sounds are going to get routed to, right? This is where you're going to mix it, make things sound as one, make them sound unison, make everything sound good. You're going to add effects here and all that. So these windows right here are the most important windows. Your mixer, channel rack, piano roll, and your playlist. All important, right? Cool. So we're going to dive into making a beat. And right now I'm gonna make a beat for time's sakes. We're gonna make a beat using a loop from my boy Maury Beats. And I'm gonna go down here, and one of the most important things when you're making music is, you know, knowing your tempo. So this tempo is set, as you see right there, is 130. So I'm just gonna take this, I'm gonna drag and drop that, right? Then I wanna open my piano roll. When I open my piano roll, sometimes you get a little block like that, and it'll just do that, right? Now that's cool if you just wanna, you know, do some things, but I want that whole loop, so I'm just gonna drag that out. And when you drag it out, when the tempo is right, it'll play a loop perfect. But if the tempo is wrong, watch this. see that? So you want to make sure your tempo is always right. So alright, we got that going, we got that rocking, right? That's the loop we're going to use. Now that you got that, you want to add your main instruments, which is going to be your kick. So I'm going to go here to my APW drum kit that he provided for me. Great drum kit. You're going to come right here to your kicks. We're just going to pick any one for now. We're going to add that. Another thing is your hi-hat, open hi-hat. So I'm going to show you some. We're going to use that open hi-hat. We also want hi-hat. We'll use that. What else is important? We need a snare. We'll use that for now, and then we'll take another. Let's take another. We'll take that, right? So what I'll do to get my juices flowing quick is, I know my hi-hat, I automatically want that. So I'm gonna right click and I'm gonna fill in each 2 steps. I'm gonna delete that as my open hi-hat. So I'm gonna go right here to my hi-hat and we go right click, fill in each 2 steps. Right? So we're gonna start off simple with it. Then when you want to add some more variations to it, we'll do that in the piano roll. And I'll show you some cool things there. So I know I want that, so I'm going 2 on my hi-hat. Then I'll come here and I'll go 4 on that, and I'll go to my open hi-hat and I'll do 8. What's cool about right here is that this is volume control, this is panning control. So before even going to the mixer, you can make some volume and panning decisions, which is cool. So we got all that there, we got that going. Now we gotta add the kick. Now 2 ways you could do the kick. You could obviously, you could pencil it in, or you could pencil it in, or you could record it. All you got to do is press record, right? Make sure the countdown is enabled. That way it gives you a countdown, then you're gonna start. So watch. And you could turn your metronome on as well. There we go. I'm gonna control Q to quantize that. Let's go right here. Let me make sure. Okay, I left that alone. And if it doesn't go right on grid how you need it, all you gotta do is take that and make it on grid. But you go, I'm gonna drop this down right here. And you could start off simple with the kick, with the hi-hats and all that. You're just trying to get somewhere quick, right? So you got that going. Set your metronome on. Now what we gotta add is a snare. You're gonna right again. All you gotta do is right click, piano roll, and that opens that up. You got that going, right? You probably want to add, you can add a chant. Just add this right here. Again, piano roll. Now, something you may have noticed here was this. Let me see. Yep. Alright, so as you see, as I'm pressing these different notes on the piano roll, the note's not changing within the sound, right? So if you just click on it right here in your time searching operations, you're gonna see a little bit of that orange right there, right? You want to make sure there's no orange. That way you see how now it changes the notes. So sometimes when you adding sounds from right here from your browser, and it's not changing the note, always make sure you in your time stretching that if you see a little bit of that orange, you want to take that out. So boom. So now here we go. So we got that going. Now, if you want to get a little more saucy on your hi-hats, all you got to do, let's say you want to add some more things here, right? And now you could go in and then now you can add that. Another cool thing is if you take the selector tool and let's say you highlight this right here, right? You're gonna go right here to your magnet, and this will mess with your gridding, so you want to make sure you go back to main after you do this. Let's put 1/3, right? You're gonna select 1/3, Control U, and you could get crazy with it. You could get crazy with it. If you press F3, that'll bring in the operations to toggle between, you know, your pencil and your razor and all this, right? So again, if you want to get crazier with it, you could, you know, whatever you feel like creating at that moment, you go ahead and do. So let's say you want to keep that, you're gonna keep that going. And that's what you want. That's your beat, you made it. Now you want to bring that beat together, right? A lot of producers have different ways of doing things. You could do things in different patterns. They'll do melody here, then they'll do the kick in this pattern and all that. I start off doing everything at one, then I right click on my pattern and press split by channel. Now that'll break everything up for me automatically. So now everything is in its own pattern and you know what everything is. So we're gonna move here into song mode. Song mode again is where you're gonna structure your song out. So I'm gonna go here to song mode, and let's say I'm gonna start here. So I know I want this going out the whole way, so I'm gonna select that and I'm gonna press Control B. Make sure that was it. Yep, that was the right one. All right. Cool. So let's say that's your intro. And for time's sake, we're just gonna do it nice and short. I'm gonna go at 50 seconds. Right, and right here, if you right click on this, you put it at minutes and seconds, it'll let you know. So let's say starting off as the intro. Cool. And then you want it to drop right into your, you know, into action, right into the hook. Cool, no problem. So all you gotta do is click this and then copy the things there. Say that's your hook. And then after your hook, normally is your verse, right? So let's say you want that to be your verse. And you just going and you're creating and you know, creating back. go. You've created a beat, and there's where you go to structure. Now, obviously, this for time's sake, so we made it, quick right there. But that's how easy it is to just go in and make a beat, and that's if you're doing it with a loop too. Now, if you're using some, let's say some flex, I'm gonna go here. It's a different pattern. We're gonna use the same sounds though, maybe, but let's say I want to use flex, right? I'm in piano mode. Cool. Right here, we gotta just click that. That'll pop this back up, and go through your sounds. So again, if you know you want to be in 130, that's cool. Or if you want to be in 140, then you select 140, and you pick your sounds. So let's say you wanted to make a beat with that sound, right? What I would do is, there's a couple things you could do. You could record it, right? You want to make sure you're in pattern mode. So we're gonna eat that, cool, and we could record that, right? Let's say that's what you want it, right? Which is cool. We're gonna go into your piano roll, and what you want to do is make sure that when you're in your piano roll, let's see something. Let's record that again. And it's cool to record like that with your piano roll on, because you know where you're starting and where you're stopping, right? So again, I'm gonna do that, right? So if you know 1, 2, 3. Control Q, quick quantize. Let's see. Then you would have to adjust some of the sounds if they're not hitting right where it needs to be. All you got to do is drag it to where it goes, and then you good to go. So that's with that. That's how you record that, or you can just do it by doing this. And again, that's just creating some sounds. If you keep going through flex, again, you're gonna find an array of different sounds, and you can of anything. So let's go to piano, and we're gonna do something simple here. Let's record that. So I got that going, right? Cool. What I want to do is I'll drag that here, put that right there as well. Let's see. And I want that to end right at the 5 bar. And say if that's the melody you want it, right? Boom. And you happy with that? Okay, cool. Then you go to what we did here in the beginning when we were making this beat. You're gonna go right back into that, and you start off and you start constructing your beat. And you could do it with either you can start off simple, and then you could build on it. And then again, I'll fill in my that's my open hi-hat. So what I want to do there is I'm gonna start on my hi-hat, fill in my 2, then I'll go to my percussion 4, open hi-hat 8, right? same sounds and all that, just for time's sake. But let's say if that's where you want it, cool. If not, you can just take that and keep going through the sounds. And whatever it is, whatever sounds you want to use for that, that's cool. So just create what you're going to create, right? Just delete all that. And right now what I'm about to show you is how to sample a beat. So if you hear an old school song you want to sample or anything like that, SliceX is going to be your friend. So what you're going to do with SliceX is, which is this tool right here, you're going to left click right here, and you're going to go to File, Load Sample, right? And you go to your wherever you saved it at, is in Downloads. Now I got this beat that was provided by Amazing Beats, a great producer, and let's press play. Started off killing it already. So if you like some sounds from there and you're like, man, I want to use that for inspiration, you're gonna right click again and you're gonna go to edit. Let me see, no, regions, auto slice. I'll do a medium auto slice, right? And right click, go to piano roll, and right here, as you see, it's gonna break everything down for you. But what I do is I delete everything. So if there's certain things I wanna use from the beat, I'll take it straight from the bottom, which is cool, right? So just for an example, if you like a certain part, let's say you like that from the beat, cool, right? Whatever you wanted to do, whatever sounds you like that you wanted to use, cool. All you gotta do is make your thing around it. So if you like that right there, cool. Boom, you could. But you get the idea. You just, playing with the sounds and that. So that sampling is pretty easy. Again, all you would do is open up SliceX, and to open up SliceX and open up another one, you would right click anywhere, even if it's on another sound. So you'll right click, press insert, go to SliceX, it'll open that up. You'll go right here, go to File and Load Sample, and go to wherever you saved it, and then you would load that sample and get to creating. So that's one of the easiest ways to do samples in FL Studio. And you just and you creating, making samples. Some other cool things in FL Studio is right here when you going into your mixer, right? I'm gonna go back to 130. We're gonna go back to this beat right here, and now we put everything in our mixing channel. Let's put everything in our mixing channel. So we're gonna start here with 1, right? Then we're gonna go 2, 3, and the reason you want to do this is because you want everything to feed to your mixer now so you can, you know, make your mixing decisions and things like that. It's very important. I'm not using that anymore, so I'm gonna delete that. It's very important so you know, mixing decisions. All right, so now everything's in your mixer. Cool, right? And there's where you can start making some decisions on, you know, like EQ, and you got the fruity parametric EQ, great EQ. So as you see, you know, you start fine-tuning things. Like, okay, let me see what you like. Do subtractive EQ, see what you like. Take those frequencies out, whatever you do like, then you boost it. Right? So you got that, cool. And then you got the whole song. What I usually do is too, I'll go my kick right there. Again, Fruity Loops on the mixer comes with a 3-band EQ already, where you could do some simple stuff. You want to add some more bass to that kick, cool, do that. You could do whatever. Your hi-hat. Again, here, this is your panning. So you got left, right, volume control, and all that, right? So let's hear everything together, playing in one right here. So then you make these decisions. Okay, where you want everything to be at. So I'll start putting things low. I'll pan some stuff. And that, if you pay attention right here, you see that's already hitting on the left, because in our channel rack, we already panned it to the left. So you can level it out if you want. If you just want to leave it a little bit on the left, go ahead and do that, right? But here's where you're gonna make all those mixing decisions at. This is the M. There's your master. There's where you would add everything that they have: EQs, your compressors, your phases, your everything. Right? It'll be right here. So again, let's go through an overview of what we did. So we started off making a beat using a loop, right? And the main windows is your playlist windows, your piano roll, your channel rack, and your mixer. These are the windows you're going to be living by and creating. So what you want to do now, let's say there's your beat, you got it out, you want to show it to the world. What you would do here is you would go to File, and then you're going to go to Export, and you could pick Wave or MP3. You'll save it as beat. You save it as beat. You'll save it to your desktop or wherever you want. You press save. Boom, good to go. Start. And now that beat's in your desktop, and you're ready to upload it and share it with the world. So that's pretty dope. Hope you guys learned something that you could take with you. Again, one more thing I want to touch up is, if you hear you making a melody, right? Whether it's a loop or one that you made up by yourself, you just get your key sounds that you're gonna make, right? So we already got this loop. Get the key sounds you're gonna use. So we're gonna get this hi-hat, and we're gonna hit it with the, we can hit it with the 2, right? And go back, hit that with the 4, hit that with the 8, and that's just to get your juices flowing and things going a direction. So again, thank you for watching. Thank you for joining IMSTA FESTA Sessions Online. Illinois, this is FL Studio, and hopefully you guys would create and learn more in depth.